Okay, it's 11:05. Let's start. So welcome for joining the Go DC Go Increase Resident Engagement with Transit Display webinar. I want to thank everyone for attending. I am Joyce Sin, the Residential Outreach Coordinator for Go DC Go. Some housekeeping rules we will save sometimes at the end to answer all the questions. So everyone, please feel free to save your questions in the chat or at the end. This webinar is recording and we will send out a recap with video link to all those who registered with your email. Here is today's agenda. We will first introduce Go DC Go and TDM, and followed by a brief overview of Go DC Go's residential service. Next, we will dive into the topic of real-time information and transit displays. We will also highlight our Transportation All-Star program and introduce few real-time transit display vendors. To wrap up, I will explain the procedure for the free TV screen raffle. So let's go. Let's start with the Go DC Go. Go DC Go is an TDM initiative of the District of Department of Transportation, also known as DDOT. Transportation is always important, especially right now, everyone back to office. We are leading resource for transportation information and options and encourage the use of sustainable transportation. We offer complimentary transit resource and consulting service to DC organization and commuter like employers, school, and multifamily residential property. We are doing outreach to help people with their commute and transit since last 10 years. Our goal is to decrease transit congestion, improve air quality, and create a better quality of life in the DC area, making everyone safer, healthier, especially with the freedom to choose how you get there and not just relying on the vehicle. Since Go DC Go is an TDM initiative, what is TDM? TDM stands for Transportation Demand Management. It is the application of strategies and policies counterpart to transportation infrastructure that maximize commuter travel choice. The goals of TDM are to increase efficiency and safety of our transportation system, reduce congestion and parking needs, improve mobility access and air qualities. The wheel on the right shows all the transportation modes that consider in TDM, like biking, walking, public transportation, and even carpool and rideshare. Next, I will briefly introduce our residential service and explain how Go DC Go can support transportation options at your properties. So here is a quick overview of our service. If you meet with me before, some of these may look similar. Today, I will go through it briefly, but if you like to learn more, feel free to schedule a one-on-one meeting with me, and I will share my calendar link in the chat later. So we can help you conduct resident transit survey to help you to better understand your tenant transportation needs and the performance. We also offer customer marketing material. I will show some example on the next page. We participate on the on-site promotion. So if you are hosting a special event or residential fair, or just would like us to table in your lobby to talk to your resident answering their questions, we are happy to join. Additionally, we can assist you in ordering complimentary brochures like bike map, bus map, and metro rail maps, as well as helping you to purchasing the Capital Bike Share membership. If your property does not have a zoning order, we can offer bulk discount on the CABI membership. Lastly, we provide support on zoning order compliance as needed. So here is an example of our customized marketing materials that Get Around Guide. It is a guide only for your property that will list out all the transportation options around your property like bus, metro station, capital bike dock, and then Zipcar location. After you get to your guide, you can showcase it on your transit screen for easy access to transportation information. And next, let's move to our topic of today, real-time information or data. So real-time data is information that becomes accessible immediately after it's generated. Common examples include Google Maps like trip duration and estimate arrival time. In the metro station, you can see the screen that estimate arrival time of next train, and then the transit service alert. All of those is real-time information. So real-time information has the key feature of immediately available. Data is accessible as soon as it is generated, continually flow, so information is consistently updated, providing a stream of current data, and it is time sensitive. Real-time data is valuable for making decisions that depending on the most recent information. And this page shows some research demonstrating why does real-time information matter. Real-time information research of Mobility Lab in the Arlington VA shows 81% of respondents with 73 strongly agree that having real-time arrival time is important when using public transportation and help them relax. 65 of respondents checked for real-time arrival information before leaving home. Chicago daily bus ridership increased 2% when real-time information are available, and New York bus revenue increased 5 million after providing real-time information to the public. Lastly, study shows implementation of real-time data into cities' road can help cut commuting time by upward 15%. The primary benefit of live traffic data is time sensitive, time saving. By providing real-time traffic conditions, navigating apps help users avoid delays and choose the fastest route, significantly reduce commute time and improve travel efficiency. And then let's move to real-time transit display and how could it help your property. First, let's introduce real-time transit display. It shows real-time information about local bus, trains, subways, bike-share, and weather. By providing real-time display in your residence building, staff and residents have opportunity to influence travel behavior and support sustainable lifestyle, and they will have ability to choose the best mode of transit. To install a display, the only requirements are the TV screen and a Wi-Fi connection. From this page, I will talk about the benefits of real-time transit display. First, it could decrease wait time, both perceived and actual wait time. Perceived wait time is how long someone feels they have been waiting rather than the actual duration of wait. A study in Seattle found that real-time information decreased perceived wait time by approximately 45 seconds and the actual wait time by 2 minutes. Real-time data allow riders to time their arrival at stop in order to minimize waiting. If someone know they have a 10 minutes walk to the bus stop, and they also know that bus come in 11 minutes, then they need to run. On the other hand, if someone knows they have 15 minutes until the next bus, they might actually finish their breakfast before leaving the apartment. Real-time information can help riders choose the best routes and transit options, therefore reducing travel time. Based on arrival time, cost, and ability, riders could choose between different methods. For example, if there's a back dock 3 blocks away from someone's apartment and they know there are 10 bags available, they won't need to hurry up before the last one is taken. If there are no bags available, they can choose other transportation methods like bus or metro rail and prepare early instead of finding out after arrive at the bag station and there's no bag there. It could decrease parking demand. If building located in transit-rich area with real-time information, transit ridership can be increased, and with more residents taking the transit, there's less demand for the parking space. Rider using real-time information spend less time waiting at stop and know when the next bus will arrive. This leads to feeling of safety and peace of mind, especially at night. A better transit experience improves rider satisfaction and making them more likely to use the service. Research in Seattle shows 32% of respondents reported increased feeling of safety as a result of real-time information. A personal example is like at night, if I know when is the next bus or metro arrival, I could stay at my friend's apartment longer instead waiting at the station alone. That makes me feel much safer. Last, real-time transit information increase resident engagement is allow resident control of trip-making decision, allowing them to better time their departure and reduce total travel time from origin to destination. 65% of respondents from Seattle study and 83% of Arlington Transit rider check for real-time arrival information before leaving home. And next, I want to introduce Go DC Go Transportation All-Star program that install real-time display could level you up, become a gold or platinum All-Star member. This page briefly introduces our program. There are 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Perks increase with each level. Residential properties that offer sustainable transportation program or amenities can receive recognition for their efforts toward creating a greener and more livable DC. All-Star program help your property stand out in your industry by gaining an All-Star designation. Becoming a transportation all-star can increase marketability, desirability, and visibility for your property, position your property as environmental friendly and one that care about health and wellness, and also it improve recruitment and retention. By providing real-time transit display at your property, you are one step closer to becoming a platinum transportation all-star. On the right, in the criteria for the gold and platinum level, the gold level requires you to meet 2 strategies and the platinum requires 4. You can see installing a real-time transit display is one option for you. So if your property already has a back storage with the real-time transit display, you will become a gold level All-Star member. And perk of becoming a gold and platinum, including featuring on the Go DC Go website and invite and recognized at annual award ceremony. You will receive a certificate for gold and this star trophy for platinum. You could display this trophy at your front desk. One story is like one school received this trophy and the student point at it and say, oh, we are so proud of themselves. It's really cute. Next, I want to briefly introduce few vendors that you could work with to install your display. Here is a list of 3 vendors that Go DC Go connect with. On the right is their contact information that you could reach out to set up a demo with them. This presentation will be sent out with recap email, so you could check after. Today, I will briefly introduce Action Figure and Bulletin.io. So Bulletin.io is the vendor has special free offer, covers most residential and commercial buildings that has transit display needs without monthly fee. On their screen, you could display upcoming events, property marketing, and also review requests from local museum, organization, and business to post on your TV. The setup is easy for Bulletin.io. It only requires an HDMI TV stick to download their app. And Action Figure is a leading company in the industry that specializing in real-time transportation information and supporting TDM requirements for properties. They partner with more than 1,000 customers in more than 50 countries in 50 cities in 10 countries. You can customize display options to match your company branding, display key video or message with easy to read and up-to-date information. So since we want to provide the free TV screen to the property actually wants the service, so please set up a demo with vendors and we will raffle the TV among the properties registered and inquiry with the vendors. And we like to give everyone a little time to meet with vendors, so we will select the winner in the mid-May. If you like more information about GoDCGo, like upcoming events or transit options or tips, please scan the QR code to sign up our residential newsletter. Last, here is my contact information, so please feel free to reach out if you have any question, want to learn more about GoDCGo service, or level up your property to a higher transportation all-star level. So thank you. Anyone has any questions, please raise your hand, and I will put my Calendly link in the chat. So if you want to set up a meeting with me, feel free to use this link to set up meeting, and then please meet with the vendor, that's Bulletin.io or Action Figure, to set up a demo with them. They will show you their service, and then after you set up your demo with them, we will raffle the free TV to winner. Yes. So Bishop, like, yes.
Yes. I just had a question of whether y'all have been in contact with DC Housing about putting that getting that put on the properties, especially the senior properties. Because I noticed where the weather changes a lot, they are out there at the bus stops or going to the subway, and it's too cold or too hot for them to be out there. That would be nice for them to be able to have at least a 10-minute wait time inside the building to get to the next bus stop or to the subway. Have y'all been in contact with DC Housing about that?
Actually, because since I just started, I don't know like the past like situation. So can you just send me an email and I can help you like contact with them with it, or I can check with the team. You definitely know Jessica Lin, maybe she on this topic.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And also you can install the real time. So mostly like Bulletin.io, they have the free service, so you can set up the demo with them to check. Maybe it will benefit your senior in the building. And then any more questions? So if no more questions, thank you for joining. And then we will send out the video and recap later today or tomorrow, and you can set up a meeting with the vendor. And nice to meet everyone today. Thank you so much for joining. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Have a nice day.
You too.